Well, giddy up, partner.
Howdy there, partner.
What a week.
Oh, we've had such a long time on our ranch because we're ranchers now.
We're ranchers now.
We are living the fantasy.
She married a goat farmer.
We only make cheese.
We do cattle. We do cattle, and we're out from.
Yeah.
And
horseshoes.
God.
Whiskey drinkers.
What a week. It feels like a week. This week has been a year.
Oh my gosh. We have so much to talk to you guys about. So welcome to the I Don't Like That podcast
with our lovely, wonderful... I'm so tired. Me, not her. Taya, Valkyrie.
Hello. Howdy, partner. And everyone's favorite cattle rancher, Bobby Blueberry.
Well, how do you do? I'm not taking off this hat because the hat hair is hat hairing.
And this is now our entire identity.
We are now farmers. State farmers. No, that's not right.
No, that's not cute.
That's not right.
That's
We're not
cute.
doing that.
No.
Well, okay, there's a reason for the giddy up.
The giddy up,
the giddy
cowgirl.
The giddy ups. But let's start with earlier in the week because it has been a week for the I Don't Like That podcast.
Yeah, we have been doing the most, but also doing the least.
You guys.
But looking glamorous
so
doing
tired.
it. We are so tired. I mean, we started off the week going and seeing our friend Trisha Paytas' show at the Greek Theater here in Los Angeles.
It was so
fun.
Cute.
So maybe Wiccan?
And fun. I was just like genuine. I mean, because I think we're in a generation like we're kind of older than the Trisha crowd.
Yes, she had her crowd was super Gen Z.
So, and she's like one of the original
YouTubers.
YouTubers, and we kind of didn't really grow up with YouTubers. Like we grew up with, like sitcom stars and stuff.
Ricky Lake.
We grew up with Ricky Lake.
Jenny Jones.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
Yes. Maury Povich.
Judge Judy.
Montel Williams.
Oh, God. Can we keep going?
Geraldo.
Geraldo.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Jerry Springer?
Jerry Springer.
Oh, we love Jerry
You
Springer.
can't top Jerry Springer. But, yeah, okay, so Trisha. But it was
We're all
like,
over the place.
To not really be familiar and then to like go to the concert. It was like I was sold out of the Greek.
Sold out. 5,000 fans screaming, yelling, dressed up. Everyone dressed like different versions of Trisha from her videos and her music videos.
I was like laughing at like I was like laughing because I was like didn't know what to expect, and I looked around and I was like, this woman built this by herself
empire on her own, and to see.
It was also a gender reveal, and I was accidentally, on purpose, I was wearing pink and blue, but everybody was wearing pink and blues and stuff. They all knew that there was a gender reveal that day.
I did not dress in pink.
I did not.
I also dressed in very inappropriate footwear for the Greek.
That's right, which saved you later in the week.
Thank you, Trisha, and thank you, Jeremy, our friend Jeremy, who produces the whole show, Bleach. It was amazing. It's actually my third time seeing Trisha.
She's a
I'm a true Trisha
she's
fan.
A Trishan?
Trishan?
Is that what she calls her fans? I don't know what she calls her fans. I'd call them Trishans. Like Christian, but Trishans. That'd be cute.
No, it was super fun. I saw our Christmas show. Then we also were all in Boston. We were shooting AEW, and she was also doing a show in Boston. We were able to see some of that. I brought John that time, Garcon John. So yeah, it was really fun. So thank you very much for the invitation and for the tickets. We had a great time.
And mostly thank you for the just genuinely like
the joy
and the good time that was. I had a lot of fun. I did not expect. It was hilarious. It was adorable. It was inspiring.
Yes, so inspiring.
She did. My favorite part was when she talked about 3 years ago. She rented a venue. She said 500. It was a 500-person venue, and 50 people showed up. And like, then all of a sudden, 3 years later, you are filling up the iconic Greek theater.
As well as being on SNL this year, as well as being this giant,
so
Eras of Trash.
The chills. It was like keep going.
Broadway.
Keep going. Yeah, she did one night, one woman, whatever. Not one woman, but
one night only on Broadway. Yep.
But it just shows like there's ups and downs, and you just like if you believe in yourself, just like keep going because Fuck the haters.
Yeah, just do what you want. And that's why we're doing this. And hopefully this is our plea for Trisha Paytas to come on the I Don't Like That podcast.
Yeah, come to
We'd
the
love to have you.
podcast. We'll razz you up.
Yeah.
I got to go see one of her, because I went with Jeremy to a music video shoot. Mm-hmm. And they like played that music video. I think it was Bubbly or something. But I was like, oh my God, I was there. So cute.
She played all the videos. It was super fun. And then I got a bubbly personality, in my head for the following several days.
Yeah, until Friday.
Friday.
But before we get to Friday, this is the whole episode. But also this week, a couple other things. I work, guys. I have a job.
Bobby has a job.
Guys, I'm not
Everyone
signing
give him
anything.
a round of applause. The man is employed, and he finally has money for Botox and Gaga.
Yes, guess what? The next time we record, the Botox will be kicking in because the checks are coming in. But I have for the first time in my life, I have like a 9 to 5.
Yeah, you're like a real human.
I have a 9 to 5
like
job.
Like a real
but
adult.
It's also like I'm not like in an office. Like,
no.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh my God, can you imagine you in an office?
No.
Gross.
I'm like up in the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah, you're in the hills being fabulous.
I have a view of the Hollywood sign, and there's a private chef that cooks twice a day for me, and I'm like, don't fuck this job up.
Yeah. I know, and now he's like busy all the time during the day, so when I have to like call him and I'm like, can you play yet? Like, what are we... We're not used to it.
Everyone's like, I was like, if y'all just wanted to finance my life, I wouldn't have to work and I could just play.
Like we always say, we are just trying to wait for someone to win the lottery or for someone to get mega famous so that we have long, glorious coattails to ride.
I'm going to be so annoying when I win the lottery.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I win the lottery.
Oh my God, when you win the lottery, you're totally going to get more cows.
Well, you know what? When I win the lottery, I'm gonna expand the corn and wheat.
Corn.
I'm gonna grow corn.
I think I'm gonna go towards avocado trees.
Oh, see, that's California ranch.
California ranch. California trees, maybe some wine, vineyard.
Speaking of winning the lottery, if I win the lottery, there's something I would do for you. Oh. Because you did something this week.
Oh yes, I did.
I would just that would disappear. Like
that would disappear.
The bills would disappear.
The bills would disappear.
What did you get this week?
I traded in my Jeep, the end of an era. I traded in my Jeep, and I got a new vehicle. Yay. I've been a Jeep girly my entire adult life. When I was a little kid, I think it's like literal trauma from when I was a kid, and I wanted those Jeeps, that you could drive around.
Of course, I love.
Like I literally have one for the dogs downstairs. I always wanted one. I never got one because they were super expensive back in 2005. So I had a Jeep as an adult, and now I have moved on from the Jeep.
With a very high encouragement from me. Not that Jeep's bad, I go, but this town is made for what?
A BMW, baby.
A BMW what?
Z4. And we call her...
Wait, what happens to the top of that car?
Convertible, darling.
It comes off.
Oh, it comes off, and it's like, with the Jeep, it was, you had to get out and take the windows off yourself. It was like a Lego, right?
Not the Beamer.
Not the Beamer. Not little Cardi Z. That's her name.
Because LA is a Beamer, and you're probably already realizing it. It's like a beam. You beam through the town with that little car.
Around.
And we call her
Zip
what?
Zap. Cardi Z.
Cardi Z. I call her Cardi Zip.
Cardi Zip.
I call her Cardi Zip because I'm like, Cardi Zip. You just zip through the town with the Beamer.
Love her. Black on black. Sexy, cute, very mature. I actually feel like a spy in it.
I love that.
Like, I'm just gonna go rob a bank and spy on people.
And this bitch is like, gets her car and is like, let's go for a joyride. And I'm like, I'm at work. Like, if people work, I'm working.
Okay.
TGIF, am I right, guys?
Literally, that's all he says now. TGIF, am I right? Like, every day. This morning, like, we're shooting this right now on Monday. Every freaking day this morning. Again, TGIF, am I right? I go...
Today I texted, is it TGIF yet or what? Am I right? It's always, am I right?
Yeah. So along with the cattle farming, he has a real job. I got a new car. We went to concerts.
Well, let's talk about about TGIF on Friday.
Yeah, this
Today's
past
Monday.
Friday.
Tomorrow, you guys are listening, it's Tuesday, or I don't know if it's 3 months now. I don't know what fucking day it is, but you're listening nonetheless. And this Friday, we went to the 5th and final show in LA for Beyonce's Cowboy Carter Act 2. A rodeo chitlin circus.
Yes.
Do what I do, yeah, yeah.
Do what I do, yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it was just.
It was so fun.
It's the best TGI
This is
Friday.
why we recreated our looks for you. So
Yes, this is what we wore. We went straight from the ranch to the show. And let me tell you,
We got some looks.
We had a very, very. I'm like so tired because danced and screamed and sang. And watching videos back, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, we'll put some videos. We were living our best life. I swear I compared it to every time I looked at Bobby. So it was John and myself, Bobby and Bobby's lovely husband, David. They got us the tickets. We were so thankful. It was super fun. Every time I looked at Bobby, it was like how I imagine, like if you have your kid and you're bringing them to Disneyland for the first time and they're watching the parade and their face is lit up and everything is just magical and joy. Because every time I looked at Bobby, that's all I could think about. You were living for every single moment. Costume change.
The thing is, I looked at the set.
Blue Ivy.
I looked at, girl, Manager Blue.
Manager
Come on
Blue.
the pod, Blue. But every time, and I already looked at the set list, but every single time a song started, I'm like, no way.
Oh my God.
I know you're going to play Formation.
And she
I know you're going to do it.
It all.
She played.
You need to take a little.
Of course.
Getting fired up.
Well, we also did Renaissance. We saw Renaissance when Renaissance was Renaissance. And, that was the best show I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Again, so much fun, but we went and saw it in St. Louis because it was cheaper to fly to St. Louis, sit in the pit for 3 of us, and it went for 1 person to go in LA.
Yeah, I went to Las Vegas. I did not see it in LA either because it was so expensive.
And Renaissance was amazing, but she didn't want, my favorite song off Renaissance is Pure Honey, but she played both times. But Thick, I love Thick, and she did not play it
on the Renaissance tour. But you know where she did play it? This time, fellas, ladies and theys and thems and everything between up and down. She did.
She played thick. Oh, got that thick. Got that na. And I'm like, I'm watching the video. I'm like, actually, no, I remember doing that song. I was like, I'm also like, I'm not a big recorder at event. I like to enjoy, like, especially that kind of moment. I'm like, who cares if I record? I go, I've been waiting for her to play Thick. I don't need to record myself. You might have recorded some of it. I also listen to my voice.
We are.
I've been through.
Some choices were made.
But she played Thick, and I just, and then also, and I'll ask you your favorite part, but my favorite part was the Pure Honey Summer Renaissance and Sweet Honey Buckin melody that she... Medley. God help.
He can't even speak.
You guys. But she played it like this medley of those 3, and it was also like knowing every words of those 3 songs, but she kept changing songs, and I'm like... I think I recorded for 1 second and I go, okay, I give up. And I just was like, because she was doing... I go, that's not... Well, I love this song, though.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Did you have any favorite parts?
I loved just the mashups.
What about your favorite? Do you have a favorite song off Cowboy Carter?
I think Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I heard it, I was like, I can't wait to hear that live.
Yeah, and Bobby said that before we even went to the concert, how important this was for him to see, and she delivered.
She delivered.
The only thing I will say is that she teased us.
Ooh.
With a tiny little bit of some Destiny's Child in one song, and
it was Bills.
And then it was over.
You hear the Bills, iconic, and she didn't play it, but she did do a total section in there. She did have different sections, of course. Carter. She went to at one point. She goes back to the Renaissance, and she did a Renaissance section, and then she did this total millennials, end of the 90s, 2000s. She was doing all her hit songs.
Yeah, and I literally looked at you and I go, the millennials right now are freaking out. And you just looked around. We all had these little wristbands. They all had lights on them that were, programmed for going with the music and
she
different
did that
moments.
For any of the other nights.
I don't know, but then we got to take these little Cowboy Carter sashes home. And you looked around and everybody's arms were in the air and everyone's having the greatest time. So it was...
also, these things that they put on your wrist, pretty much anywhere. I'm like, that's trash. And I'm like, this is cute.
We're cute.
Cowboy
we
Carter.
like this.
But it was just, oh my God, I was living, and I woke up the next day, I'm like, the side of my foot hurts.
Oh, yeah. We danced on the spot. My calves were on fire because I, wore these platforms.
And I wore these, and we're gonna
discuss outfits and
I'm gonna give you guys,
don'ts.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some tips here at the end of this for Cowboy Carter, because let me tell you,
We have some advice.
You should and should not.
You should
do.
really listen to us farmers.
Well, you should really listen to us ranchers when it comes to
Ranching and Beyonce.
I don't. Was there anything? Okay. So you know what I didn't love about the concert? We went separately with my husband. He met us there, and he gets there and he's like, "Do you want an edible?" And I was kind of like, I don't love edibles unless I'm going to bed. But I was kind of like, well, I don't want you to be alone. So I go, give me a little tiny piece of it. So I took a tiny piece of the edible, and I danced and had so much good. And then 20 minutes before the show ended,
Bobby
the edible kicked
was
in,
high.
and I did not like it. Because also I just worked a 40-hour work week and ended at this concert.
40 hours, guys.
You guys, I was so tired. But also it went from Trisha Paytas concert to 40-hour work week, ending with the Beyonce.
Yeah, we really bookended it. Like it was like.
And Monday we had we did our Met episode.
Oh my God, I totally forgot. It's been a week.
So really it was like, it wasn't just 40 hours. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Not a lot of rest last
We're
week.
hustlers, okay?
We hustle.
A diva is a female
but
version of a hustler.
Of a hustler. Of a
hustler.
hustler. But that edible kicked in at the end. Luckily, this song, it's not like Renaissance where it ends on a party. The Cowboy Carter kind of like starts here and goes up, party, and then it ends on like
Amen.
16 carriages and Amen.
Yeah.
And then she also did the opera from Daughter. And I just start yawning because I'm like, this fucking
And I said,
edible.
no yawns
I was
at Cowboy Carter.
I was like, I can't help it. I was so embarrassed that I was yawning, but I was like, going to turn around and go, it's an edible.
And we went to dinner first. We made sure that we got a nice little meal in.
What was the name of that restaurant? We should shout that out. Ospi in
Venice Beach.
Italian. We had some truffle cavatelli.
Ooh.
We had some cacio e pepe pepperoni pizza. Oh, some
We had
beef tartare.
beef tartare. We had
It was so good.
so many delicious treats. We had a little Aperol Spritz.
An Aperol Spritz.
You know?
And then we like at the concert also, we had like a beer. You didn't even
That's
finish
it.
yours.
Didn't even finish my one drink because we were dancing and singing, guys.
We didn't, yeah.
There was no time.
Yeah, it's like, and also our money was for the merch.
But our money was for the merch, and we do have a comment about
So let's just
that.
tell, so we were like, concert, we don't know when the concert's going to end. We were like, we're going to go get some merch.
Yeah, because we knew that we had to get the merch.
So we tell our husbands, who are supposed to buy the merch, but they're like, we're going to sit in the seats. And we're like, okay.
Fine, don't buy the merch.
So we go to buy the merch, got some cute stuff. The problem was when we tried to go back to our seats.
Yeah, so we were kind of on the main level, and the merch was up this escalator, this really tall escalator. And so we were like, oh, is that where the merch is? They're like, yeah, they direct us up the escalator. We get the merch. There was no line because it was like the second half of the concerts.
Because we thought we were so smart.
Yeah, we were smart.
We're like, this
Smart
is when
people.
we go get the merch. We're smart. No lines.
So there were no lines. We each got a t-shirt. We each bought the bandana. You got David a hat. Like, we were living.
$150 later.
Yeah, it was not cheap. But whatever.
But the money's for the merch,
The
not
money
for the drinks.
for the merch. And then we decided to, obviously go back to our seats.
Yes, because let's go watch more of the show with our merch in hand.
With our merch in hand. And when we tell you we could not get down to our seats, we mean it. Because we were told multiple ways of going back downstairs while they had blocked off the stairs and all the escalators were going up. Like, it was impossible.
It was impossible to get downstairs.
It took us 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding. 10, 15 minutes to get back to our seats.
If not longer.
Because, first of all, nobody knew how to get us back to our seats. Someone told us that we had to, the concert was over and we should just leave.
Yeah. They're like, go ask the blue jacket. Go ask the yellow jacket.
It was...
Yellow jackets, which we love on Showtime. Go ask the guy in the black shirt. Go ask
it was a mess.
And we were like, we could not get back to our seats. And luckily, we managed. And the guy was even hesitant to let us through. We're like, baby, look at our tickets. We got to get down. She goes, we left our humans down there.
Our humans are down there.
Our humans are down there. And I go, our stuff.
Our stuff. And we kind of just sadly looked at them and they finally let us down. But that was ridiculous. That's a note for everybody. Make sure you know what's going on. And
Get
also
your
SoFi,
merch.
why are people working there don't know where to direct people? That's not...
What
if your teenage daughter or other members of your family, you need to be able to go back to your seat.
It was mean.
It was mean.
It was so mean. I don't blame May. I don't blame Blue Ivy.
No.
I don't blame
Nothing to do with the Carters.
Nothing to do with the Carters. I don't blame them.
I blame SoFi.
But let's hear a little bit about. So that was so then counter ended. we parked. John, her husband, got us
A G-Wagon.
a G-Wagon and VIP parking.
Yes.
Oh my God.
The G-Wagon. We had to go in style, darling.
We went in style, but
we
the
couldn't
VI
bring the tractor from the farm, so Garçon Jean.
David drove the tractor.
Yeah.
He met us there.
We got a G-Wagon.
And
Because, hello.
the G-Wagon was pimp, but the VIP parking,
Woo!
we basically parked next to Beyonce.
Literally, we were in the VIP yellow parking lot at SoFi. Yes, it was a little expensive, but here was the trick. I bought the parking through Vivid Seats, which is where I also buy all my other tickets for stuff. So I was able, it's where I bought Gaga tickets. It's where I've bought Beyonce before. So I unknowingly had a bunch of redeemable points on my Vivid Seats account, which meant that these super expensive, yes, it was $300, $290 or something.
For the VIP
For the VIP
parking,
parking
but it
was
was
free.
Free. Free. Did you hear that?
So that is a thing that you should do, and I'm going to
parking.
keep going to Vivid Seats because you can literally get a bunch of shit for free. Why not?
And that's so then we also so parking up there, we rolled right up to the concert, but leaving was nobody was directing us out, so everybody's leaving the concert, and we're right by the front of the thing, and it was like we were in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, it was Zombieland.
And I told John, I go,
really cute cowgirl and cowboy Zombieland, but
I was like, John, you can't stop the car. You just have to keep rolling. The zombies will move.
yeah,
I was like,
slowly,
if you stop,
don't hit anybody.
I go, these people think you're parked. You just have to keep rolling slowly. So we
did manage
still
to get out.
and we got out easy because people were still going to their cars.
Yeah.
We just had to get through the zombies.
The zombies were coming.
And so it was just
Also the VIP parking, the other thing is, because it's right there, they had a bunch of streets blocked off, so it was actually a lot easier to get even away from SoFi.
That's the thing, getting
so
out.
it's like saved us. By the time we got in the car to getting back to West Hollywood, it was like 25 minutes, which is insane because normally leaving any sort of arena that size is an absolute nightmare.
It takes
So
like
invest in the good parking. I know it's expensive. Go with a group of
But
friends.
if 6 of you go together, that's like you could all spend $40.
Like the regular parking was like $70, $80 already, and taking an Uber and stuff like that is going to cost you $150 for a group of you anyway.
One
I
way.
mean, come on, one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the night really ended that like out in West Hollywood, everybody. You've seen them all week long wearing their Cowboy Carter outfits when they're done with the concert.
It was finally our turn.
So we finally went to YEEHAW with our Cowboy Carter outfits, and they couldn't get enough. They couldn't get enough of it.
They're all fans of the pod.
So let's hear about
our looks.
Let's hear about our outfits.
Our looks.
And
Okay,
then
yes.
we're gonna give you tips. And
if you're going to
tricks.
Cowboy Carter, you better dress up. Because there's a theme. It's an easy theme. You don't even have to buy anything. You can be creative, and I will.
Well, of course we didn't buy anything. These are all. We
just have these in the back.
This is how we do.
That's how we dress up a day.
The most juicy corn you ever had. This is how we shovel our cattle.
And our manure.
Oh, we don't shovel
That's
manure
we got people
here.
for that.
We shovel cattle. That's right.
Wrangling the
Like
hogs.
we know what we're doing.
Wrangling the hog.
Wrangling the hog.
Ooh.
That's
Anyways,
a different thing
okay,
now.
so my look, I obviously kind of went for a denim and diamonds vibe.
Mm-hmm.
These pants are from Shop Akira, as well as this belt, which I was able to get. And honestly, I thought I was going to see more people with these pants, and I haven't seen anybody. So
I love the lacy. The lace.
and there's a beautiful catsuit that Beyonce wears on the show where she has giant bell bottoms. So I was like,
You're on.
I'm right on the nose there. The top is from Dolls Kill. It's really cute and lacy and fun, and it was cream. I was trying to keep this like cream and blues, and I went with these platform giant shoes. Not only because my pants were so long, I had cut off like a whole entire piece of length, like that.
Oh yeah, those were very long pants.
I was gonna trip all over the place, so I cut like some length off. But then even with the platform shoes, they were still really long. The platform shoes are from Dolls Kill. This is Dolls Kill. This hat, though.
The hat is what I want to hear. I want to
The
talk
hat
about
is actually from Amazon, okay? And I was seeing a lot of influencers and actors and stuff wearing these in black and in white online because it has like the little stars underneath and everything. But because it's me, Taya Valkyrie, I couldn't just like wear what everybody else is wearing. Duh. So I bought the denim stars and all the rhinestones from Amazon, and I bedazzled it myself.
And every diamond is 1 minute of
That Bobby
of
was
me
late
working. That
to
she's
showing up at my house.
Well, I was working. I was trying to get off work I was like, I gotta leave early. And every time in there is 1 minute of her going, he's coming.
He's still on his way.
He's
I
coming.
just said, I was like, the longer you take, the more
But this
rhinestones
is
are going on it.
gorgeous.
It's
the way
gorgeous.
You did
And I
it. It
even
looks
did.
like it looks like it was made by.
Yeah, and
like
I bought like, you have
not
to
a
have.
rancher.
Not a rancher. Dolly Parton's closet.
This is made by Dolly herself.
Yeah, Dolly Wood, if you will. I bought the clear purse too, because you can't go into SoFi without a clear purse. Don't make that mistake. It's over there. And then I also bedazzled it as well. Gave it a star. It was full custom.
I'll talk about my outfit while you grab that.
Okay.
So my outfit is jeans that look like they're stitched, but they're not.
All right, I'm back. Here's the purse. So I customized it with the little star and more rhinestones. And yeah, this was like, I don't know,
so cute.
$20 on Amazon. And you just have to make it yourself and make it cute.
It's cute.
Yeah. So that was my outfit.
And it matches me too.
And it matches. Yeah, we tried to keep our colors similar because, in photos.
Oh yeah, so I didn't thought so my outfit. So first of all, these jeans were donated from my boss. My boss was like, they don't fit me. He's like, they don't fit me. I ordered them. I don't want them.
No, they're great.
And he goes, let's just donate them. And I was like, I'm actually going to donate them after this because I'm never going to wear these.
You're never going to wear those on the ranch?
No.
You're not going to wear them on the ranch?
So I'm going to donate them. But whoever gets these.
Those are special pants.
Whoever gets these
Cowboy
out of the
Carter
closet is going to.
Oh, yeah, you should
have
donate
Cowboy,
there for sure.
I researched. I was like, we're donating any clothes to out of the closet, especially with HIV funding being taken away by the new administration. We are going to support that.
Cool.
This are pants. This I love this. I put on very last minute.
I love the vest.
The vest is
a layered look
from an event that I worked, and we had to wear like German lederhosen outfits or whatever, and they let us keep the outfits. And this was part of. I was the only one who had a vest in the whole.
You are wearing German lederhosen. What?
But it's so ranchy.
It's given rancher beer drinker.
It's given ranch. I drank a beer. This shirt, I just liked it because it had the pearl snaps.
Yeah.
And that was important.
And I did the layered pearl necklaces too.
These
are also from Amazon, and I added this cross from another necklace I had.
This is one of my favorite necklaces of all time. It is a working harmonica. That was the first part of Requiem, American Requiem. And then my favorite, this cute bandana that like I knew I was gonna wear. And then here's my favorite part. Garçon John, was so excited
about
Cowboy
Cowboy Carter.
He bought me this hat.
And he got the hat from Cosmo and Donato
and without
on Melrose, the queen of Melrose herself.
Without even knowing how well it was going to match the stitch, the pink.
Yeah.
He did not know.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. And I'm like, this hat it means everything. And every time I came over here after he bought it, I was like, where's the hat? Is the hat okay?
The hat was kept up here in the closet.
The hat has been here on the pod. So that was our outfit. And of course, I went sensible and I wore Converse. I was there to dance.
Yes, and dance he did.
And so this actually brings us to the end of this. We're going to give you a couple little tips and tricks from our experience. And I think number one was segue from the shoes.
Yes.
Her husband wore
the wrong shoes.
He wore cowboy boots.
White-heeled cowboy boots. Very cute. Very wool.
Very wool.
Very
He
wool.
wore cowboy boots, but he was like, his feet were hurting. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I had just seen recently somebody said, don't wear cowboy boots. People were buying brand new cowboy boots, and they are hurting because everybody's walking out carrying their boots.
Barefoot at SoFi ain't cute.
Yeah, so he was like, at some point, almost towards the end, he was like, I have to sit down. Like, I'm in pain.
I know, I felt so bad. He's like, you told me to wear them. I go, if they were that bad, I would not,
Yeah.
I just basically said, yes, those look the best with the outfit.
So boots, wear your dancing shoes. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about the boots. Everything else is fine. Okay, just take pictures from the shins up. Don't worry about it. Take a picture
at your house, then change into sensible shoes.
That too.
For the content.
Number 2, what's another?
The parking.
The parking.
Crucial.
You guys, the parking.
You have to invest in the parking because honestly, I know the price tag is ridiculous, but it's not only saved us time, it felt like it was just so efficient and organized and perfect. And I'm never going to SoFi again without doing the parking. I'm sorry.
Number 3, merch.
Merch.
Be careful. Buy
Make
your
sure-
merch early or something.
Buy your merch early, 100%.
Wait in the line because we almost didn't get back down to our husbands.
Yeah, and we were going to miss like our
human
people, our
beings.
humans.
We almost left them. They were so scared.
They'd be still in the stands.
scared.
They'd be so scared in the stands, still there, right to this day.
Oh my God, they'd be so scared.
And then the other one would be, okay, this one is an important one because we were told that she was going to go on around 8:20 because that's what she had performed, the nights prior to.
It's like the tickets say doors open at 5, show starts at 7, but like any concert that you ever go to, I don't want to hear you complaining. Always Google when the person's going to go on. First of all, because some people were like, I was here at 7 and she went on at 8:15. It's like, well, Google it because then you know when to go. However,
and she has no opening act, so remember that. Like it's going straight in.
However, I think she was ready to get out of LA because she started
20 minutes.
She started at 8:03, where the night before was 8:22. So we were still walking to our seats.
Yeah.
As she was playing American Requiem. However, American Requiem is the most beautiful start to any album I've ever heard, but it was magical to be like walking through the and it was kind of like, it's like a welcoming song. Sure, we were in our seats, but I felt like it was the aura of like, welcome to the Cowboy Carter Act 2.
Yes, I think that those are the main ones. And yeah, also, remember to have fun, be kind to everybody. It's a fashion show. It's a music experience. Have the most fun with all your friends. Lean into it. Dance, sing, act like a fool, because we certainly did.
If the person next to you behind you is singing and acting a fool, don't tell them to stop. Just join them and have a good time. I'm glad no one told me to stop.
And do a lot of this.
I should have stopped.
Howdy.
So on that note, you guys, we'd like to thank each and every single one of you for joining us here on our very special Cowboy Carter Act 2. Do what it do, y'all. And we'll see you next week on the I Don't Like That podcast.
Until next time, and enjoy the show.
You had so much fun. We'll see y'all on tour. Jesus, on tour.